Rondo, you stay out there. Okay. Welcome back, guys.
That
If
was
you're
perfect timing.
yeah, if you're joining us again from our last failed attempt at a live stream, we're back. One second. We're gonna check this out this time. Make sure we're live. Okay, we're actually live with sound.
Can we get a thumbs up if you can hear us?
We're live and we have audio, so that's great. If you weren't here last week, because there's a couple people in the chat, but our very first live stream was an absolute disaster. Our audio interface runs on a charge and it was completely dead, and I didn't realize that it wasn't charging the whole time, so that was my fault.
It was fun though. It was a decent, weird experience.
It was something, but I think this is going to be a lot more fun. We're prepared. We're ready to go.
And fully charged.
Yeah, fully charged. Everything's fully charged this time, so that's fun. We have two children that we have put to bed. One of them is, we're not sure if they're sleeping. So if any of us have to step out, we'll keep talking. But there's a chance for that. And I can hear our dog also.
We need to cut his toenails.
He's like trying to
his little toenails are just.
I hear he's like roaming by the door. He's trying so hard to get in. Okay, Halloween Horror Nights. Let's go. Halloween Horror Nights podcast. Fear and Beer is here. Yes. No, you guys are the only podcast. You're the only podcast. So Halloween Horror Nights 34. Let's go. I'm pumped. Just
excited.
Just from what we know so far, I feel like, and I don't know why, I already feel like I'm more excited for what we have like lined up than I was for what we had last year.
I wasn't as excited on like the first few announcements for some reason, but I'm like super excited now.
Like the lineup just feels, I don't want to say like more cohesive by any means. I just feel like some of it, obviously, like the event. There he is. There's Rondo. He's here to say hello. No,
You're
sir.
so quiet on the carpet, buddy.
Go lay down. So I feel like overall, like we can already tell like the year is going to be a little bit more cohesive than last year, right? Like last year was.
I like the vibe of this one way more,
right,
than last year.
Yeah.
Like the initial stuff coming out from last year, that whole vibe, I was like,
yeah,
they better have some good houses.
It was just like, so we can start with Spooky, right? So last year, Spooky, they announced a house, which was a sequel, Slaughter Cinema 2, which everyone was hyped about. We've heard great things about Slaughter Cinema, like the original. We didn't get to experience it. We were busy building a family. But from what we heard, it was just like a fan favorite. So we were very pumped to get this house. But the character they introduced had like, it matched all the theming that they had so far. It matched like this punk rock theming that then we get to the event and it's like sinister, surreal, emo punk music, hard rock music, like just playing all over. And it just felt like everything was coming in all of these different directions. And none
of that stuff is bad. Like I enjoy a lot of that stuff, but
right.
I like the vibe of this year better.
I agree.
And the year before last.
Right.
Better.
Right.
Nothing wrong with that stuff, but just not my thing.
Yeah, I'm very much a lore kind of girl. I love lore. I love the gothic, moody, spooky vibes, and that's exactly what they announced at Spooky Empire, is that we're gonna get. They're taking it back. Thank God, they're taking a step back and like going back to like real horror, and I'm really excited about that. I love the gothic, I love the moody, I love like the deep red colors, the stained glass that they're using, like all of those things really just feel good. Like it feels like horror. Like last year was just a lot. Anyway, so Spooky Empire, we've got an overarching theme, which is very exciting. We just talked about that, but we also got our first original, not our first house announcement, but our first original. We've got El Artista, a Spanish haunting. So
El Artista.
So we're going to add a little thing to the stage, and we're going to read off just like what they announced about it.
Before you get going, this was like one of the first things I saw from this year, and immediately was like, this is awesome. This is what I like in horror, and like horror or I mean, like scary houses or whatever. You know, like
Yeah.
the theme of everything.
Yeah.
So it was like the initial like hit from this. I was like, okay, I'm excited to go this year.
Yeah.
I'm ready to do this.
Can everyone hear Nick okay? I feel like his mic is too far away from his face. Pull it up some just to be safe because we don't want any problems. We had lots of problems
I have to
last
cough
time.
also, so I've.
That's way too far. I'm going to tell you that again.
All right.
Pull it closer to your face.
Hey, it's my brother.
Hey, Kyle. Okay. Austin said he sounds good. Okay, back to El Artista, a Spanish haunting. In 19th century Spain, a tortured artist moves into an isolated country manor for inspiration, but the art comes alive and possesses him. Tickets on sale now. Just kidding. So they went a little bit more into detail about this in Spooky Empire, which I am like, thank God, right? Like it gives us something to talk about. It gives us something to like dream about. They talked about the artist. His name is Sergio, and he is going to be moving to this manor. I guess already kind of tortured, but when he moves to the manor, he becomes more tortured, and apparently there's like already entities there. Fun fact: the designer of this house is the same set designer as Dead Man's Pier and Blood Moon Offering. And those who know those houses rock. They rock your freaking socks off. Like
Blood Moon's my favorite of all time.
yes, it's sick. So I also have just like some clips of like what they did show at Spooky. So this is a mask design that they're using for for El Artista. So this is one of the few characters that we're gonna see there, which I'm
That's
so
spooky.
excited about. Like that's good.
I don't like that. In a good way. In like a good way. Like
Something else from last year, like not to keep comparing it to last year, right? I don't mean to do that, but what I'm gonna say is there was only one house, one original that genuinely felt scary to me. Maybe. I'm trying to think of which one it was.
Insidious.
That's an original. That's an IP.
Oh,
Insidious
yeah.
Insidious was good.
Yeah, the rest were just kind of fun and campy,
They were all
which is
so
okay.
campy.
But like, it was like too
Yeah.
much. You have to like filter those in with some that are actually scary.
Right. So essentially, the manor itself, like these paintings, these works of art, are going to come to life. But apparently, like within the manor itself, these other entities are going to be there. And this is supposed to be Sergio here. But like everything is going to come together in a way that like I feel like we just didn't get that last year. And this is also going to be kind of, from what they say, we'll see about how much that we're going to be able to see this in every aspect of the event. And I'm like, not sure what they mean by that. Like, is it going to be in every scare zone? Is it just going to be decked out? Because last year I felt like we were really missing a lot of decor. Like it just felt bare. And I get it. Epic. Probably.
Yeah, what do they mean by like this is a house, but it's the general theme of 34?
Well, for starters, the entryway, like the opening, what am I talking about? The initial scare zone, like the front entry scare zone, is supposed to be called the Conservatory, which is the arching theme, is what Mike Aiello said on Spooky. But also like just the overall theme of the event, like it's supposed to be in. I don't know what they mean, but what I've seen, like I can't tell you because I don't know yet. But I'm excited to see. I know that, for instance, the Conservatory is going to likely be speculated for the beginning, like that. Let me just pull up the spec map because I can show you better than I can tell you. So for the spec map here,
Where do we? Hey,
this
where?
is last year. No, it's not. Okay, this might be an older spec map. I don't know.
Where did we get that spec map from?
This is the spec map.
The
What's
spec
that?
map. I think people are blasting fireworks off still.
I think it's our neighbor playing music. That was like, is that coming from me? I think this is an older spec map, and I don't think this one has everything on it. No, but it is speculated that like the beginning scare zone is going to be like Conservatory themed, so it's going to be like that initial like, wow, this is the theme. Whereas last year we walked in, we had Sinister and Surreal like on the big Halloween Horror Nights.
I think that's Sergio up there yelling at us all
I
night.
don't think so. So that's the thing too, is like Sergio isn't like meant to be an icon. He's supposed to be iconic, but immersion. Thank you, Losh. Yeah. Sorry, I'm reading some of the chat. I haven't read any of the chat yet. Hi, everyone. Hi, Kyle. Hi, Austin. Hi, Shelby. Hi, Losh. Hi, Cassie. Hello, everyone. So Sergio, like, he's iconic to the event, right? Like, he's gonna be fully part of like the theming of like everything is his manor where he lives. But he's not gonna be Jack the Clown, right? Like, he's not supposed to be that by any means. And that's just like what I picked up. For I did watch the entire. I didn't go to Spooky Empire, but I watched the entire thing while I was while I was working out.
Either our house is haunted or one of our children is awake right
I
now.
know it has to be one of our children, right? I thought I had another sneak peek of like what's coming, but I'll just keep playing this. I thought I had something for the set design, but I don't see it. But they did also show us like sneak peeks of the set design, and it looked pretty cool. I mean, it's supposed to be um, like Spanish inspired, like Spanish architecture. Um, Obviously, it's in Spain, but like overall theming is going to be like Spanish architecture, Gothic artists, like all of it coming together. The immersion, like what they can do in this house, is going to be incredible. I'm excited for the scale alone.
Yeah, what they're talking about this house is what I feel like was missing throughout from last year.
Right.
So even if it's just this house, thank you, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
This one house is spooky. It's a ghost story. Like,
Yeah.
that's what we need.
That's fun. That's cool.
Speaking of ghost story, like they also talked about some of the special effects that they're going to use in this house. Some of it being like the Pepper's ghost effect, and then like for those of you who don't know what that is, I also had to look it up. I thought I knew what it was, but you know how in the Hogwarts station, London, what is it called?
You talking about nine three quarters?
Yeah. Well, the what's it called? The train station. Why can't I think of it? Anyway, the train station in London where you are to get on the Hogwarts Express, that illusion where you're walking through the platform 9 3/4, that's kind of the Pepper's ghost effect. Like, it makes something look like it's there even though it's not, and they'll just like disappear and reappear wherever. They also talked about like ghosts and entities trying to like reach through the paintings, and we've seen that. I can't give you an example, but we've seen that in some of the houses, which is really cool. Like, that's what we need. Is we need good special effects. We need really good like ghosts.
Oh, that's like you probably haven't seen this because it's kind of older. The Frightening with Michael J. Fox.
No, I haven't seen it.
And his house, and like it looks like the wall is like, yeah, they're like reaching through the wall.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You guys picking up what we're putting out?
Fun fact too, the Pepper ghost thing. John Henry Pepper in the 1800s.
King's Cross Station. I knew
King's
it was
Cross.
something. I could not come up with it.
John Henry Pepper came up with this illusion for a play. I think it was A Christmas Carol.
Wow.
Sadly, he passed away in March.
This March?
No, of 1900.
Oh.
Yeah, but yeah, John Henry Pepper. He's the one that came up with the Pepper ghost effect.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Why do I know that?
Wow.
I looked it up last night.
Nick is a like encyclopedia of just useless information, but it's useful today. And he has it when we need it most of the time. Gone too soon.
True.
Good one. I love that. Okay, so El Artista. I feel like I talked about everything that I want to talk about this.
That's like one of my top 2 or 3 I'm most excited for so far, for sure.
I think with how much hype they put behind this house, it's going to be a good one. Like, I can't see it not being a good one. Like, everything that they've told me about, like the Spanish culture of it alone, like, excites me. Like, Monstrous last year, that's it. That was the good original last year, was Monstrous.
Yeah, that one was really good.
But I love a good cryptid.
Yeah, that all around that was cool. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Stuff I didn't know about either. The whole like
I know.
Latin
I was like,
American
"Where's the
lore.
chupacabra?" Like, that's all I got. Like, that's all I knew about.
Yeah, no, like I learned a lot.
Yeah.
Going to that house too.
Yeah.
And it smelled weird. It smelled like the smell of that place was funky too. It had like its own effect to it.
Oh, that's another thing. I wonder if they'll have any types of smells in this house.
I think they used it a couple houses last year.
They use a lot of smells. You know what smell they'll never use again?
What?
Blood.
Good.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it made people pass out.
Yeah. That's not a good idea. Just
They
like this guy
realized.
moving into a haunted house when he's already in bad shape.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't know his story. I gotta find out his
I
story.
hope he doesn't know, because then it's just like, come on, man. You know,
The room with
Sergio.
the owl lady smelled terrible. Yeah, yeah, it did.
Oh
It smelled
yeah,
like
that's exactly what I'm
birds.
talking about. That's
Listen,
what I
guys,
remember.
when I was pregnant, I think it was with Nixon or Z. I don't know. It was one of my kids. I have two. We went to the zoo, and I could not walk through the aviary. Like I was like, it's an aviary, right?
You know, the birds,
Yeah, I was making sure I wasn't thinking of airplanes. Um,
aviation.
yeah, I was like, wait, wait. Do I sound dumb right now? I couldn't walk through there. It just smelled so bad. But yes, it smelled bad in the owl room. I forgot her name. Is it Lala Chusa?
I don't know.
Elsa Bone was the guy, your guide. Lala Chusa.
I learned a lot last year, but I forgot a lot. Also,
I don't know.
the owl lady.
Cassie said, "Love a good ghost story." Felt like we just had a lot of like stabbing and gory murder in the originals last year versus like spookiness. I know exactly what you mean. I know exactly what you mean. I feel like the monsters house, like the originals monsters house, could have been very spooky, and it almost was, but it wasn't. It was like a battle, like they were having a full on fight the whole time. But yeah, nothing spooky. The only spooky ghost story we got was Insidious, and it was great. It was like the best house of the year. So let's do more of that.
Yeah.
I think that's what they're doing. Yes, Lala Chusa. Thanks, Losh. Okay, let's move on. Oh, also, we totally forgot to talk about premium stream night. What are y'all's plans for this year? Do y'all? I know. We don't have frequent fear pass. I know we don't have any multi-night passes yet, but I want to know when y'all are going so far. What are your plans for Halloween Horror Nights? We are going to premium stream night. We are going to be there opening night. We haven't bought tickets yet, but just like everyone else, we're waiting for the frequent fear passes. Last year,
Oh yes, we technically can't go yet because we have to have the actual ticket to go. Also,
well, we did buy premium stream. Thanks, Shelby. She's in the chat. We booked with Shelby, and if you need help booking your tickets, you should definitely work with her because she's rebooked our hotel 3 times now because it goes down a little bit each day.
Pinks and Greens, the best travel agency around.
Well, this isn't sponsored. This particular one isn't sponsored.
No,
they have sponsored us.
They've treated us good. We can give them that for sure.
They're really good. They're really good ladies, and they'll take care of you. Anyway, premium stream is booked. Thanks, Shelby. Him, we booked before the price increase. It was. I don't I haven't used any of my. buttons
hit
yet,
that
guys.
one. We bought
we
before
the price increase. No price increase for us. We paid. I don't remember. I think it was $375.
And our hotel got cheaper.
Oh yeah, I just said that.
Did you say that?
Shelby's rebooked it for us 3 times. Mm-hmm. So this year we are going to Premium Scream. Yes, we bought it before the price increase, which is a thought. Like that is a whole thing we need to discuss. Honestly, we bought the Premium Scream. We were allocating that budget to Frequent Fear with Express, but due to expressed rumors, we decided against that. Maybe next time. But honestly, after Premium Scream, I don't think I'm gonna really care for Express.
No, I think.
Obviously, I'd love to have it.
I think we've planned it all out really well so far because we're gonna go back. We're planning to go back in what? September the 3rd or 4th, 2nd or 3rd week, whenever. And then October hits, and we are extremely busy. Our family gets so busy.
Yeah, it's a nightmare in a good way.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Frequent Fear Pass plus. That sounds so expensive. It makes me want to throw up. So the way we work out at Halloween Horror Nights is we're not locals, right? To give you an idea of how far away we live about 3.5 hours away. I've gotten there in 3.5 hours if I leave at a certain time. But if you leave at like traffic time, we got to go through Jacksonville, Daytona, and Orlando during like that peak hour. So sometimes it takes 4.5 hours if we're not careful. But we're not locals, so we typically try to go for opening night. And then we try to go like maybe once or twice in September. And that way it saves us money. But like we said, October is very busy for us. We've got my son's birthday. Our son's birthday. His birthday is October 4th. We've got my birthday, which is the 19th. We've got our anniversary, which is the 26th. And Halloween, which is like the best time of year. So we're doing all the Halloween stuff here.
And then we're doing a cross-country trip.
Yeah.
The day after Halloween.
Okay, we're gonna also ask you guys if you think you know where we're going. It's across the country. I'm gonna give you a hint. It's not California.
That's 2 states.
And I know one of you know where we're going. So don't tell me.
It's 50-50.
So wait. Yeah, they can figure it out. We're going to one of 2 places. I'm like dying to go to Premium. You should go to Premium Scream, Cassie. Like, I mean, come on.
Cassie, I was not all about it last year. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I was like, this is too early.
Yeah.
It's like not like we're getting into the mood now, but August of last year, I'm like,
just
no,
hard.
this is it's like still like middle of baseball season.
Yeah, we were at the pool today.
Yeah, it's like weird. It's still hot outside, but like after seeing like those low crowds, the free food, like as much food as you can eat, going into Krusty Burger and just grabbing a water. That was like a deal maker for me.
Yes, Vic. This is exactly where the HHN. This is a not an AA meeting, but an HHNA meeting.
HHNAs.
That was weird. That was hard to say. Montana? No, all the way West Coast, girl. Oh wait, is West Coast? Isn't it?
No, there's no coast of
That's
Montana.
what I was like. Wait, yeah. I'm not good at geography, but he's helped me.
It's got to touch the Pacific Ocean.
Yes, it is like as far as it can go. There's movies filmed here. I would say they're
vampire movies.
They're vampire movies. That's gonna give it away. That's
cheesy ones, though. Give it away. You
know. Anyway, Premium Scream.
Oh, Sonic. Sonic was filmed there too.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
New Orleans. No, West Coast, guys.
Uniblogger hit it.
Washington.
Washington.
For sure. We're gonna go for a day there. We're gonna have some fun content there. But where else are we going?
We're gonna fly to Seattle and spend a day there.
All I know is Forks.
And then we're gonna go to Port Angeles, which is at the northern piece of Olympic National Park, and we're gonna do some hiking, the Hoh River Rainforest.
Hoh River.
And we're gonna go to Forks, and we're gonna get on a boat and go to Victoria, Canada International, and just spend the day there. It looks beautiful. We're gonna come back. It's gonna be very rural. It's gonna be really nice.
Was it too loud? Okay, let me turn down. Thanks, Vic.
Oh yeah, that was on the test earlier. The horn was super loud.
The voices are low. I mean, I can turn it up a little bit.
No, hold on. Don't turn it up. I just need to move this closer.
Is it my voice and his voice that's too low? I turned it up a little bit, so let me know if that helps, guys. If it's worse, just also let me know.
Is that better, Vic?
That wasn't Vic. That was someone else. Mr. Disney King. Thanks, Mr. Disney King. Sorry, my horn was too loud for you. I turned it down. Great. Thanks, guys. We're still figuring it out. We had no audio at all last week, so we're getting somewhere. Okay, so Premium Scream, we're going, but I think what really sold us on Premium Scream was obviously the low capacity, but the food being included is like even if we did pay the full $390, like it just makes sense, especially for people who don't go often, who aren't going to be there every single night of the event. It just makes a lot of sense for us. If you're local and you're not going, I completely understand. I probably wouldn't go either. I would pace myself. I wouldn't rush things. I would try each booth at a different date. But our plan is to probably compile like our hype list and then hit each. Sorry, I scared your dog.
Yeah, no, I was just about to say I'm sorry.
I'm so
Sneaky
sorry.
dogs, I'm sorry.
No, I don't want to scare your dog. That's not the point.
No, another thing about Premium Scream Night is the lower crowd is gonna make stuff a little scarier. When it's super busy, and it's like there's so many people, it's like you hear the screams, which like has its own vibe, but if you're really trying to feel that, like if there's only like a few people like going through the house at the same time as you,
I'm so scared.
Like that's gonna be cool.
I'm so scared. Last year I was really desensitized to everything. Like I was disappointed
how like last year we went through the houses with like larger groups of people.
Yeah, we've never been to HHN with with friends. It was always just Nick and I, so it was a little bit more scary. It was a little bit more like not a joke. But going with people, like like we went with people who had already been through the houses, and they were just like walking through the house, like looking at the scare actors before they scare them, and we're behind them, so we saw what was coming. So I don't feel like we got like the genuine experience. But at Premium Scream Night, they're doing pulse entry, which means just you and your party are going to be going in through the houses, which is, I mean, great. Sorry, I'm reading comments. Zombie Chris said there's about 2,080 tickets left. I'm betting by this weekend it will be sold out. I think you're right, because last year Frequent Fear passes dropped, I think, on Nick's birthday or the day after, which, by the way, Nick's birthday is Thursday. So happy birthday, Nick.
Thank you. Big 2-9, you know?
Okay. But yeah, so they will be dropping this week. And I think I'm very interested to see what these look like. I'm very interested to see how this works out. We budgeted for Express with these passes, but just based on everything we've heard, even at Spooky Empire when it was brought up, it just didn't seem likely. No one's confirmed or said a thing. It just the vibes. Okay, we're going on pure vibes here. Okay, they've
been kind of weird with announcements this year too. You notice that? I like, well, not weird.
This
but
is the second year we got like the original week dump.
I was expecting it like every day, and then like skip a day or two.
They
and then
skipped a day on purpose.
Is that what that was?
I didn't want to yell. I didn't want to scream the F word into the mic, but yeah,
do that. It's family friendly.
I'm trying. Well, Halloween Horror Nights. I hope it's not.
It's kind of scary. Yeah.
Anyway, happy birthday, Nick. Thanks, Austin. This will be my second year. This will be year 2. I am skipping Premium Scream Night. Opted for opening weekend of HHN Hollywood this year. If you can do both HHNs, I recommend.
Go Dogs, Uniblogger.
Oh yeah, go Dogs. I'm gonna put this one on the screen. So Mr. Disney King said that he's skipping Premium Scream Night because he wants to go to HHN on both coasts. So he's gonna be hitting opening night in Hollywood, and that is something I would love to do. But guys, we have like 0 family to be there for our children, and I just can't, in good conscience, we can't leave our kids behind and go across the country. Like leaving them for 3 hours, like 3 hours away, is already so difficult. But this is a dream, and one day it will happen. They're not
rapidly
soon.
Getting older.
So Nixon will be 7 in October.
Theo's 5, and he's ready to go.
He wants to ride Velocicoaster.
He says he's ready,
so bad.
But like he gets there, he's like, no, Dad, I'm not going in there.
Okay, so this will also be the first year that we bring our children with us on a trip while we're going to Halloween Horror Nights. And I know what you're thinking. How dare you bring them into Halloween Horror Nights? We're not. My mom is going to come with us. We booked 2 rooms, and it was really expensive, so it better work out. But she's willing to be the nighttime sitter, and I think we can do that with it being.
She better do some work in the morning too, because they get up at like 7 o'clock.
So late.
And I'm not going to be ready for that.
Hollywood will always be there, Chris. Thank you. Yes, it will.
Right,
we'll get there one day, and it'll be an event. It'll be a moment. Anyway, so we're not sure how this trip is going to go for us. We think it's going to go just fine. We usually leave our kids home with a sitter. We have like 2 sitters that we trust, and neither of them are available. So Mom stepped up, and we're grateful for that. And she's going to hang out with us. Anyway, back to Premium Scream. Another fun thing about Premium Scream is this year they're doing costumes. You're allowed to wear costumes to the event, which I don't think we're going to do. But if we do, we have an idea. It's just a matter of how comfortable we want to be.
You should have seen the ideas we were getting about Hatchet
and Chains. He's Hatchet, I'm Chains.
And we're
bounty hunters.
We could not find anything that was like.
So I have the idea of like Nick being Hatchet or Chain, right? Hatchet or Chains. And I being like the demon, like he's bounty hunting. But I don't know, man.
Definitely
I
not doing
can't put my
now.
husband in a cowboy outfit at Halloween Horror Nights. That's crazy.
All the ones we saw were just so wrong. I'm like, I'm not doing any of that.
No, I don't think
Absolutely
we're gonna.
Not.
If we do, it'll probably be just me, which is fair. But that's fun. Like getting to dress up for some people is probably going to be really fun.
Yeah.
It's interesting because you're not allowed to like dress like someone who could be at the event. So if you were going to dress like Fallout, like if you wanted to wear like the vault suit for Fallout, how's that work? Is that okay? Probably, right? Because we don't think we have a Fallout scare zone.
I don't know. We don't know anything about scare zones yet. You know way more than me.
We have speculative like scare zones, but we don't know anything yet.
Are we doing Blumhouse again?
I think Hollywood's getting Blumhouse again.
The stand and take a picture with me scare zone.
That scare zone we got a really good picture of you and Brian in that scare zone there.
Oh yeah, we
you guys look good. Yeah,
that was cool.
Anyway, oh yeah, next year's HHN's 35th anniversary, so maybe some costumes to celebrate HHN's 35th anniversary, which technically should have been this year if they had not skipped a year. That's a good point. That is a great point. But I don't know how we could, but maybe next year. We'll see. Slice of A-Team. What's up, guys? Yeah, we'll be there opening night. We hope to see you too. We'll be there opening night and Premium Scream for sure. So I thought I just heard a child, but it wasn't.
I've heard something moving around in the hall.
I think it's Rondo.
And Rondo Dog is sitting right next to you.
Oh.
It's not Rondo
Dog. I didn't see him there.
Like I said, her house is haunted or a child is awake.
He's so big. I don't know how I missed him. Anyway.
It's calmed down.
All right, so that's Premium Scream. We're going. It's going to be fun. We didn't talk about our plan. Our plan is basically to have a list of how we want to go through the houses and do it in that order. And each time we go through a house, we break for food. And we're going to try every single themed food booth to the house if there is one. We're going to be fully immersed in the experience.
I learned something year one, that the scarier of the house, when I come out and I'm like actually scared of what just happened, I get hungry. So this is going to be really good.
You're always hungry.
I know, but it's going to be good. We can try everything. We can go house food.
Yeah. I hope they bring something back like that corn dog that you liked so much.
I know, everybody hated that.
No, not the mint.
The cordyceps one?
We didn't even try that. We didn't even get that one the time of day.
The Welcome Taco was good last year.
The cordyceps corn dog is a hit.
And those little pimento cheese balls, the black ones?
They have those at Burning Blade Tavern at Dark Universe. They're like little pimento cheese balls of coal. They're completely black. It's a good time.
Those were good, yeah. What was the hot dog, the corn dog year one when we went? Do you remember that?
Jury's still out on it. Oh, sorry, what'd you say?
The hot dog, the first one I tried.
The cordyceps corn dog.
That's what that was?
Yeah. The one with the mozzarella on the inside?
Yeah.
That's good.
People were hating on it. That was so good.
No, people weren't hating on that one. They were hating on the Dr. Oddfellow dog.
Somebody was telling me that they didn't like it. And
no, they're talking about the one with it had like Kool-Aid on it and sprinkles. It was like a Kool-Aid dog. It was like a sweet. It can rot in hell is what it can do. It's disgusting.
That turkey wing was pretty good last year.
The Harassa turkey wing?
That was probably the best thing they had last year was the turkey wing.
10 challenge. 10. Okay, I'm going to put it on the screen so I don't. 10 challenge. 10 houses, 10 snacks, 10 ecto coolers. Is that a drink? Guys, we don't. I'm so sorry, but we don't drink.
Now, how about this? 10 houses, 10 snacks, and 10 Coca-Colas.
The Carnival dog. Fear and beer. Yes.
Wait, that's what the one was last year or the year before?
He said, I will not stand for any Carnival dog slander. That was Oddfellow.
Oh.
That was his, like...
The Kool-Aid one?
Mm-hmm. It was nasty.
I don't know. I can't say if it was good or not because I didn't get to try it.
No. It's a no for me. Slander. It can rot in hell. Okay. Food. I like the challenge. We definitely have to do something. Like a challenge sounds great. We're going to do every house. And doing the houses, just Nick and I, is a challenge alone because I'm going to be terrified.
Well, it's probably going to still be like 95 degrees outside. So we probably need to drink 10 bottles of water.
Well, it's free. So
that video we watched. Sorry, I've said this before. I probably said it before we lost sound last time. But
with Vincent?
When Vincent goes into Krusty Krab, the Krusty Burger.
Krusty Krab, yes.
to get water.
And you just grab
and
one.
It was just dark and kind of spooky in there. Like, what a cool,
yeah.
It's kind of scary getting water.
There's like more scare actors in the streets than people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that might not be exactly the case this time.
There's going to be more, but it's still going to be less than I'm
curious. I'm curious if it's
I hope
gonna
it is.
be.
I hope it is. I hope I'm not jinxing this right now.
Mocktails are always my picks at HHN. We need to try some. Well, we definitely will be having some at Premium Scream, like 100%. But normally it's like, I don't want to pay $10 for juice. You know what I mean? I need water. But that night we will be trying them all. Yeah, I agree. So Premium Scream Night has already sold more tickets than last year, and it's not yet sold out. Yeah, I think the capacity's still the same, but I think they're just selling more tickets. Or maybe it's a little bit more, but I don't think it's going to be a bad night. Like, I think this is just like what we're working with, like what they, like if you check like Thrill Data and like these places that embed the website's like capacity to their website, they can kind of track like what's happening. Like how many tickets they have to sell, and they only have about 8,500 tickets to sell for Premium Scream Night. But if you look at like how many people can buy a singular ticket for Halloween Horror Nights, I think it's like in the 38,000s to 40,000s. So you're looking at still.
That seems like a lot.
That's a lot.
Is that
of
real?
people.
Is that a real number?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're like making me second guess myself. Fact check me if you want. I will, but I'm not gonna do it right now. But that's still a quarter, if not less, of what the capacity is. Yeah. It makes me wonder. It's like, how do we have only 2 hour waits with that many people at the event? It feels like it should be more. Oh, almost dropped my can. Capacity never changed. The tickets never sold out last year. Yeah, it was like barely any that they sold, right? Like 2,500, maybe 3,000. That's what I heard. Maybe 3,500.
Everybody had like the vibe I had last year where it's like, hey, this is too early. It's
August. That, and it's their first time doing it, and it's expensive.
Yeah.
It's expensive.
Also, some of the houses get better the later stuff goes on. Okay.
Zombie Chris, he's got me. Capacity of single night tickets is about 3,500. Wow. 35,000. So I was close. I'm not completely off. But also, Chris, does that include like Orlando Informer selling their single night tickets? Or, you know what I mean? Like, I know that they allot so many tickets to them. So I don't know. But it's a lot of people. It's a lot of people per night. And with the Premium Scream being only 8,500, sign me up.
Yeah.
Make sure the food's ready and it's hot.
35,000 is a lot of people.
It's a lot of people, right? We were supposed to be talking about originals too. We weren't supposed to talk about Premium Scream this whole time. So
let's talk about some houses.
Let's talk about some houses. So
I need to learn while presenting.
Yeah. So here's the thing, guys. Nick works a full-time job. I do not. I work a part-time job. I work right here where I'm sitting, probably 2 or 3 hours a day, and then I take care of kids. So Nick doesn't have as much time as I do, so I fill him in as we go a lot. And if Nick ever seems confused or like he doesn't know something, it's because I haven't told him yet.
Or if we see you in person and I act like I don't know you,
it's because you're talking to me all the time.
It's really nice to meet everybody in person also.
Yeah. Nick loves it. And sometimes he gets on there and he's like, who's that? Especially Austin and the Braves.
Oh yeah.
Always at the Braves game.
I need to meet Austin in person.
Yeah. We'll line that up. All right. So next house, we've got Hatchet and Chains Demon Bounty Hunters. I just realized that is 2 people that they're talking about, and it's not just like a fun name.
Hatchet and Chains.
Hatchet and Chains. It's 2 guys, and they
love to go to a game. Sounds great.
They bring demons in. So let's read the thing. Okay. In this old west town, all hell is breaking loose. Red hot lava demons are trying to possess everyone, melting everything in their path. Tickets on sale. Just kidding. This was a little tiny portion of Slaughter Cinema 2 last year.
It was one of my favorites of that. That one, second favorite. But I was like, this one, because we kind of talked about that. We're like, which one of these do you think would work?
So
as a house by itself. So
we've got the trailer for Slaughter Cinema right here. It was really cheesy, like spaghetti western style. Obviously this is a B movie like house. Like this is where everyone, like everything is supposed to be kind of raunchy, kind of cheesy, like just kind of like off the wall. But I feel like there's some real potential here.
Yeah.
Like think about how they did Darkest Deal, right?
Such a good house too.
Also, we watched Sinners last night.
Sinners
almost done with it.
Good. Sinners
really
is
good.
so good.
It was so Darkest Steel. Like,
Has
but with
anybody
vampires.
seen? I mean, hopefully some people have seen From Dusk Till Dawn, old vampire movie, Quentin Tarantino and George Clooney. It reminds me of that. How like the first 45 minutes of the movie is you have no idea there's vampires involved.
Right.
It's like a good story. You're like, oh, what are these guys doing? What's going on with everything? And then bam, insert vampires.
I haven't seen it, but that's next on our list now.
Yeah, that's sort of it's like completely different stories, but it's similar. Like if I didn't know Sinners was about vampires, I would have not known they were coming an hour into the movie.
Right. So, Hatchet and Chains, I think just like being an old Western film that they're going to base this house off of has potential. Like this, and this is also a clip from inside of the house. This is just that portion. I mean, and if I have to say so, if I have to pick like a favorite out of Slaughter Cinema, I think it would be this one. I can't think of another one actually.
Zombie Strippers is all right. Mummy Strippers.
That Mummy Stripper can get wrecked because she like walked, and it was like the only time I ever saw a woman in there. She walked up to Nick, and I guess they were like switching out or something, but she was like, and like touched on it. I was like, goodbye.
Every time we went in after that, we did it like probably 4 or 5 more times, and it was always male strippers. Yeah.
Oh man, it was weird. I was like,
she might have got fired that night.
Maybe she was a ghost, and I just imagined it. Anyway, so we're just gonna keep playing that because why not? So this is a little portion of Hatchet and Chains. I got it off YouTube, guys. Come on. I mean, where else would I get it? Mummy Strippers had the most potential. I mean,
thank you.
Shut up.
He's right about the sliding body trick thing. I was like with people that got scared by it, but
I'm gonna put on the screen so people know what you're talking about.
I only got it one time, but I was so impressed by it. I'm like, there needs to be more of these, or like they need to be sneakier about these, or figure out a way to like space us out so this gets the group kind of thing. Because what was it last year? Was it a werewolf?
Where?
In one of the houses last year.
Yeah, in the Monsters house.
It was a sliding body one, just like slid right in and like literally jumped me.
That was on Hatchet and Chains.
That was in that one?
Yeah, there was a sliding. It's literally like.
I thought it was another house. I don't remember, but it like actually startled me.
Are you thinking about Monsters 2 years ago? Whenever the Phantom it the Phantom?
I'm pretty sure
bungee cords.
I'm pretty sure it was last year.
I don't know.
My memory's getting worse, but it got me like to where like I backed against the wall, and like that's the only time I got like super jumped last year.
That's funny. No, but I think this house has potential. I just hope that they give it a story and it's not cheesy like it was in Slaughter Cinema. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think I had this one like initially pretty high on my list. Like I was really excited. I had the Werewolf and Monsters also. I never saw it, but I saw it get someone else. Was it a bungee cord
there was a werewolf.
Was it a bungee cord scare?
I don't know. I feel like they were on like a little like slider.
I can't remember that, but I believe you. I believe all of you. I promise.
See, okay, my memory's not that bad.
Anyway, I feel like this house has potential. It was pretty high on my list to start, but the more I thought about it, like the other houses that have come from Slaughter Cinema, like Yeti, it was a good house and they had a story behind it, right? Like last 2 years ago, they had the Yeti house, and
I love the Yeti
it was
house.
like there was a little story of like a little kid named Billy, like the people in there are screaming for Billy, and it's because he killed a baby Yeti, and that's why the Yetis are attacking the camp. But I don't know. I don't know what to expect here. I don't know. I'm not trying to predict it, but I am trying to think about like what could they do to make it good. And I would love to see some lore. I'd love to see a story. Give me like the bluesy, like Darkest Steel. I know that's not going to be the case, but I just hope they don't make it cheesy.
I feel like this house, as of now, like I don't know what's ahead of it or below it, but I feel like as far as going through all the houses and actually giving everything a ranking, this is like the median. So I feel like this is probably gonna be somewhere in the middle. It's gonna be all right, but it's not gonna be the best.
Yeah.
And there'd just be things kind of above and below it, you know.
And I think about it too, is like I love special effects.
Let me grab my giant water.
We got Nick this for Father's Day because he never has enough water with him. But
still smells like ketchup because Nixon was drinking out of it earlier.
I was thinking about like special effects for this house, and just like in the clips that we saw, or like in the actual house for Slaughter Cinema, they had a lot of like the fire, like the ember effects, and I think that could be really cool. But I also think it has potential to be museum from last year.
I hope not. I was so excited about museum.
I feel like I'm so skeptical this year because of last year.
I feel like Hatchet and Chains, they can, for such a short part of like what Slaughter Cinema does, they can expand on that. Mm-hmm. There's enough to work with there.
Yeah.
And I don't know what went wrong with museum, but I'm still sad about that because that was such a cool idea.
We had that one ranked so high. We were so excited for museum. Oh, 2 people said that Austin said the werewolf it was like they were flying. It was wild. Yeah. Why do I not remember this? I'm going to have to go back and watch. And then Zombie Chris said, yes, she-wolf was on a sliding rail right at the end of the forest.
Yeah, it was the classic monsters, the girls, the females.
Ooh, I love this. I'm hoping for some gunpowder and smoke smells for immersion. I love that. That's a great... Write that down. Mm-hmm. HHN, if you're probably not one of 13 of you watching, write that down, please.
It'll get to him somehow.
Also, guys, thank you for joining us. I know last year was kind of a shit show, but like the live.
Last year?
Did I say last year?
Yeah.
I'm sleepy. Last week, like the live, comment, do the thing, share it, whatever. It helps us out. This was a lot of work. The first one was worse, but yeah. Awesome. They should hire you for ideas. Yeah. There are. Get in there, sir. Okay, so that's for me. Does anybody have any takes on this house that they want to like add to the conversation before we move on to the next house? I'll give you a second. Anybody, what are y'all's rankings on this house? What are you thinking? Like, where is it on your list? Give me, like, think originals, like 1 through 5. Where does it fall? Maybe, maybe not. Cool. What was the next one that I think Grave Dolls Let's Play Dead was next. Because that one I was like, whoa, what?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I know very little about this one. So I'm going to let you tell me about it and I'm going to tell you what I think about it.
Mr. Disney King said, do you think Hatchet will be a fun house or a horror house? That's the thing, is I can't tell because Slaughter Cinema was like a fun house for me. And I feel like if they kept with that theming, it would be. I think it would be a fun house. I don't see a lot of horror coming out of this one.
I think it's got potential for some.
It's such a cool,
for some jumpy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
But it's such a cool idea. It's so hard. It's like.
It's not that spooky.
Yeah, Hatchet and Chains, but it's like, is it gonna be?
It's not that haunted house walking like spooky feel or anything like that. Or it could be fun though.
Right. But I mean, Darkest Deal wouldn't give me those vibes either. But when we went through that house, I was completely blown away.
Darkest Deal had a really creepy, like, vibe to it, you know?
Yeah. Zombie Chris said, I'm wondering how the facade is going to be an old saloon. That would be cool. I really literally, like, watching Sinners last night. If any of you have seen Sinners, watching that, I just kept thinking about Darkest Deal because it looked, the exterior of their little juke joint was this like almost exact same as Darkest Deal. It was cool. I loved it.
They did a really good job of like representing small town Mississippi too.
Yeah.
And those name drops.
Austin said it's number 2 of my rankings. It's I feel like it's in the middle right now for me. I want more info. I want to know more. Okay. The next house that they announced, the next original is Dolls Let's Play Dead. You're about to become doll-sized and be hunted by toys that have been burnt, melded, stitched together by a twisted little girl.
So now, we're getting shrunk down?
Yeah, I think Toy Story, Sid's room.
It's Toy Story meets Chucky?
Oh, I hope not. So essentially, we're gonna be small. Which, okay, the idea of this house does not excite me, but when you tell me I'm gonna be doll-sized, that does excite me. Like
that might be kind of cool.
The house, like the set design of this house, could be really cool, in my opinion. Like. Am I still very excited about it? No. It makes me think of Toy Story a lot. Although that scene in Toy Story did scare me. Like, it wouldn't scare me now very much. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this one, like, pre-opening night, is probably going to rank really low on a lot of people's lists, including mine. But maybe it'll surprise us, you know?
Yeah.
Kind of like Goblins last year. That was actually kind of fun.
Has to be based off construction images. The interest has to be dollhouse facade we walk through. I mean, that would be cool. I think that would be really cool. Okay.
It's interesting. Yeah.
Like a cool. So here's another thing. Will this, from what we heard at Spooky Empires, a lot of the houses will be tied into, like, there will be Easter eggs in El Artista. So it makes me think, like, will there be a dollhouse that we could potentially be going into this dollhouse?
Have you ever seen that Doll Island?
I was gonna bring that up. I'm so glad you said that.
It's either in Mexico or Brazil.
Yes, it's terrifying.
But why are dolls and clowns like supposed to make kids happy, but they're terrifying?
Well, certain kind of dolls are scary, but then some dolls are not scary and fun. Could be fun.
Were dolls scary before Chucky came out in like the 90s, 80s, 90s?
No.
They weren't. So dolls were just fun and everything was cool.
I don't think anybody saw them as being weird. I don't know. I think they're weird. I think dolls could be scary. I just think that maybe, hopefully, I don't know. I hope that it is not this like bright punk, like Dolls Let's Play Dead. Like the graphic on this gives me weird vibes. Like it gives me like playful, fun kids room, where I think this would be scariest as like a Victorian doll.
Yeah, old dolls.
Yeah.
Not like, I don't even know, trolls, like the little troll dolls. That's what I'm imagining, just like, I got a knife and I'm
just
chasing
like farting glitter.
Yeah, like that's, I hope it's not like that. But that, like the picture they have for it now, or the drawing, the art for it, just like screams that.
Yeah,
and I hope it's not that.
Cassie said, yeah, I'm imagining a lot of pink Barbies. Same. Like this graphic makes me think Barbie. Like Barbie, Toy Story, but I hope it's not.
Let's hope we're surprised, huh?
Barbie knockoffs will be in this doll's house. I mean, how could they not? I don't know. Austin said maybe it'll be like Toy Stories, like the toys Sid Frankenstein's together from Toy Story, and they're all scary and they're trying to take our body parts. I mean, that's kind of the vibe I'm getting. I think it's going to be, I don't know. I don't think it's going to be scary, though. I think it's going to be like,
Like I said, I hope we're
surprised
by it. Yeah.
It's okay if it's not a super scary house. As long as it's like fun to be in, I'm okay with that. I don't have a lot to say about dolls, and it's getting kind of late, so we're going to move on to the next one. Was Graves of Flesh or Gálkn next? Graves of Flesh. Okay, this excites me.
Oh, yeah.
This excites me.
You told me about this, and I got excited, and I don't remember much about it.
Welcome to your funeral, where things are about to go from bad to worse in classic Universal fashion. You'll enter the grave and then the underworld, where flesh eaters who feed on the dead will hunt you for all eternity. Okay.
I mean, come on. Like,
that's scary.
Yeah.
Horror, even.
I have no idea what they're going to do, but like, hey, that story, that little paragraph, I'm going to go to that house. I'm going to be excited about it.
What excites me about it is that it's like you're already dead, right? You're dead, you're at your funeral, and you're going inside of the underworld. I would love to enter this house through a coffin.
Yeah, they better have
like an open coffin to be the door.
Yeah.
I feel like this house is going to have a lot of earthy smells. I think we're going to have like,
dirt.
I keep talking about Darkest Steel, but it's just like one of my all-time favorite houses. So the last section of Darkest Steel threw me for a loop. I was not expecting that. Do you remember how everything just turned into literal hell?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm expecting from this house. That house scared me a lot. I think if we can go there with this, it'll get me. But if it's just like a bunch of like earthy zombies, I don't know how I'll feel about that.
Yeah, I think this one, I mean, I don't know. I guess there's some, like anything, something can go wrong, but this is such a like an open idea of like, hey, you're dead now and you're in the underworld. and there's a bunch of things trying to eat you. How's that? How can that go wrong?
I don't. I mean, yeah. I think concept wise, like it doesn't get any more simple to make it scary.
I think I put this above excited for, above Hatchet and Chains somewhere.
I agree. I think this one's
somewhere just a smidge above there.
I think this one. I don't think this one's gonna be like a sleeper hit. I think it's just gonna be a hit. Like I think everyone should be expecting this to be scary. Personally, let me see what some of you guys have said. We've got Slice of A-Team. Hatchet and Chains is one of our most anticipated original houses this year, but I wish they did the Mardi Gras. Okay. They say, I wish they did the Mardi Gras Murders and Heavy Metal Hell in 3D instead, because I think those were better ideas. Here's the thing. I did not find Mardi Gras Murders scary. I thought it was a cool idea. Nick and I are so sick of Mardi Gras at Universal because they do it for like 3 months. I just
There's too much Mardi Gras in one place.
I can't imagine having to deal with it again. I grew up in Louisiana, and Mardi Gras was very fun. It was very fun, even for a kid who didn't drink booze. It was very fun.
I can't stop laughing at I have the beard.
Why?
Just comment.
Which one?
The last one.
I hope they play Freebird at my funeral. So
I saw that as soon as you started talking. I've not stopped laughing at it.
I hope they play Freebird at my funeral, so I'm hyped up to run away from the flesh demons.
Hell yeah.
I just really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for that. I think we have to go through a house together, Austin. Let us know if you're going to be at opening night. Okay. Slice of A-Team. I'm going back to your comment about how you wish that Mardi Gras Murders or Heavy Metal Hell 3D instead. I say I really appreciate you coming to the live and commenting. I do not agree with you on that. I thought Heavy Metal Hell was about to drive me insane as soon as I walked in the room. I just and like the rock music in last year's event was like, it wasn't even like cohesive. I don't know. I just didn't like it. I hope for your sake though, it happens soon, because it's likely we could still get another house from one of those ideas. Yeah,
the heavy metal thing bodes well with last year's whole vibe of everything.
That was and like that's perfectly vibe.
Fine. That is perfectly fine that people like that.
Yeah.
That's just not my thing or our thing, really.
Yeah. I think Hatchet and Chains is like the only option for me personally from Slaughter Cinema 2 to be a house. But Mardi Gras Murders just like wasn't scary. And then the vomit smell.
It's just like a real Mardi Gras feeling.
No, what they need to do is pump the smell of Bourbon Street in there, and everyone will be like, oh, thank God they didn't make that a house, because it stinks. It smells like pee and old stale booze. That's exactly what it smells like. The original Slaughter Cinema still has the best material new houses can pull from. All were amazing in the original Slaughter Cinema. I've heard that.
Yeah. We just didn't get to experience it.
No, and it's sad.
And everybody was so excited. So I think I hyped up last year's way too much because everybody was so excited about it because of the first one. And I was like, okay, this was okay. But like, yeah, we can't really speak on that because we didn't go through the first one. You know?
Right. Cassie said Grape of Flesh, probs number 2 or 3 for me. I agree. I think it's going to be scary.
Somewhere. I think it's,
I would love to see the demons be like rotting, like fleshy, like gory.
I want to feel like I'm being chased.
I want to feel like I'm underground.
Yeah. Like I want to smell dirt.
Exactly. Like the earthy dirt smell. Like I want to feel like I'm being chased underground. Like I want to feel like I'm coming out of that house with like mud. I'm getting way too into this. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna shut up. But yeah, I think it's gonna be cool. The only thing that throws me off about this is the mohawk on this demon. No more heavy metal. Please don't play heavy metal in this house. God, please. Okay, the next original, and I don't think we're gonna talk about Jason, even though he's up there. Jason and Fallout. I think we're gonna wait and do a live stream of all of the IPs
once everything's out.
Yeah.
This next one is the one I'm probably most excited for. This will be our 3rd year going, and our 4th year of like knowing what the houses are.
Yeah.
And this is the one I'm most excited about of all of them.
All right, ready? Gálkn, Monsters of the North. In a remote northern village, a wicked being rises from the dead, bringing a horde of monsters and demons from the fjords to wreak havoc on the townspeople. You'll fare icy horned, winged, and wolfish fiends that gradually merge into one giant horror.
Oh no.
Then you'll try to escape the belly of the beast. Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That like
whoa. Slow down. That's
Vikings,
a lot.
Norse, all that like
I love me a cryptid, first of all.
And throw that in with all of that. Like it's awesome.
That's a lot.
And it's hot.
Gálkn should be epic. I agree. Yeah. Living My Truth 2. That's her name.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Live your life.
Gálkn should be epic. That's a lot. This is the largest like little thing that we've had to read about the house. So we're going to be in a northern village. Cold. Love that.
Mm-hmm.
Love that for us. Like wicked beings rises from the dead, bringing a horde of monsters and demons from fjords to wreak havoc on townspeople. Whoa. Are we getting a little like throwback to Blood Moon?
I hope
townspeople, come on, please make this like a very great. I really want to feel like we're in a forest, like in a village, like a vast village when we walk in, right? Like I want to feel.
Take me to.
I want to feel.
Iceland.
What am I thinking of? The space. What is it called?
What? I'm just thinking about just being.
I want to feel
really
like I'm walking into a very vast, like open area, just like I did for Blood Moon.
Wilderness.
Like I want to be. Yeah, I want to be outside when I walk in.
Yeah, make it cold.
I love that. And then we've got all these different demons. We've got a horde of monsters and demons from fjords to wreak havoc on townspeople. That's a lot of demons. That's a lot.
That like Norse mythology is really interesting. I might sound like a nerd right now, but
no,
that stuff is super interesting.
We're on a live stream talking about Halloween Horror Nights 34. We can be nerds here.
Yeah. Well, that was where like a lot of that stuff is when you like read into it and just see how it's really cool. Also, weird fact. It's really hot here in the summer, obviously, and
this is the lore we want.
I start like watching that Nordic noir. You just start finding like on Netflix. Again, nerd out, but I'm like, this is really good stuff.
Yeah.
And then you see this come out, and I'm like, okay, I think we're gonna be in good shape this year. You know, like if this is gonna be good. I hope.
So Nick has discovered that he really likes Nordic noir.
Yes, ma'am.
Films, which would be like anything icy.
Iceland, Norway, Finland,
anything that
Sweden.
feels like it's cold there,
yeah,
and is like kind of moody. I think that's the kind of films he's
just
talking
like
about.
Dark, kind of noir,
like Forks, Washington.
Kind of.
But it's not Nordic.
Forks is too foggy, but kind of
No Nordic though.
No, but it's
Anyway, so this house is going to be very right up our alley. Here's the thing, y'all. I'm so nervous that this one flops. I'm so nervous because of how excited I was for museum yesterday. I don't trust myself. I don't trust my gut anymore. I'm just like,
yeah. We're not going to speak about that happening. This is going to. They can't mess this up.
They better not.
Put your best people on it.
Cassie said, "This is the lore we want." Truly, all we want is lore. A good cryptid house. I am begging for a Mothman house. I'm begging for a Mothman house.
Have they not done that?
I'm begging for a Mothman house. No.
Oh, that's an Appalachian like classic. Sort of. It's all over the world, but
Mr. Disney King has a hot take. We have a special sound for a hot take. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit though. Okay, we've got a hot take. We got a hot take. Tell me if it's too loud, guys. Please tell me if it's too loud. I'm so sorry. Hot take. Despite the beauty of El Artista's house will bring, Gálkn will be the house of the year. I pray to whatever I pray to you that is the case.
Same Disney King with a Z. That's my number one right now for sure.
Much better sound level. I'm so glad your dog is still happy.
Mm-hmm.
So glad he's still happy.
Yeah, this is definitely number one on my list so far.
How do we feel about that? AC is going to be bumping. Absolutely. We're thinking. I really enjoyed Ghostbusters last year. No, it wasn't scary, but the set was beautiful. And it was cold. Loved that. AC is going to be bumping. What do we think about Gálkn taking the throne?
Yeah.
Is that
That's where it's
realistic?
at on my list right now, for sure.
I think I have El Artista, Gálkn.
Artista's a close second, I think.
Am I missing one? No, that's all. El Artista, Gálkn, Grave of Flesh, Hatchet and Chains, and Dolls. That's my 5.
Same. That's exactly right.
Fingerhead.
Do we hug? How many houses do we have left? Is there like that haven't been announced yet?
I still remember how beautiful the Yeti house was with the snow. I agree. I think it was beautiful. I want to see Blood Moon, but
with snow
and like cold and like vast, because it sounds like we're going to be walking through a village.
I'm glad you talked about Yeti. Yeti did not get like
Yeti was cool.
The hype that I don't feel like it did. I was like, this was really cool.
Do you remember the bear and Yeti?
Yeah, like that was so much fun. You're at camp, and there's a Yeti.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, that was really good. I feel like it didn't get enough praise at the time, but
I think, are we getting an announcement this week? I think we're gonna get frequent fear passes dropped this week. Personally, I don't have any source. I just think that's the case. It's the same frame as last year, and they're already lining up all of their announcements same time as last year. Outside of Five Nights at Freddy's, that was a whoopsie.
Wait, is that official now?
Yeti won House of the Year that year. It's my favorite house of all time.
It won House of the... Okay, see, that's what I know. I feel like it wasn't getting the hype it was supposed to.
Yeah, we were kind of a little bit more checked out. It wasn't last year. It was the year before.
That was the first year.
We weren't in the scene.
Yeah. Well, it's good to know. I'm glad it won. It deserved it.
Maybe when you go through the house list during Premium Scream Night, start with your number 5 and move up to number 1 through the night. Build up from what you expect to be the weakest. I like that idea.
Fantastic idea.
Especially when you're tired. And it gives all these scare actors a chance to like get into it, because that's like their first night outside of team member previews.
Yeah, if you hit the best one first, the rest are just not going to stack up.
Yeah, I want to go through every house twice, personally.
Oh, we're going to have to. Because there's some we go, they always go.
No, I'm not going to kill you for that, Cassie. Cassie said, I'm not going to lie. No one kill me. I'm dreading this WWE announcement. Now, when we talk about IPs, I have a video ready to show you guys as to why I think it will work, but I'm still not excited about it. I agree with you. I think
WWE?
Yes.
There's a Chris Jericho movie that can't... Listen, I'm not a wrestling guy, per se. I used to be back in the day. 90s Attitude Era. No, it's like pre.
I went to a wrestling match with my middle school boyfriend. He loved John Cena.
What's his name?
I'm not saying that on the
but yeah, like the whole wrestling thing, I think from that movie, if I had never like seen that movie or seen the trailer for that movie, the whole wrestling thing wouldn't work.
Right.
I think it can. And
just from what I've seen, I think it'll work, but I think it's cheesy. Personally, I don't think it's going to be my favorite, but maybe, listen, sleeper houses, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Do I hope it's the best house of the year? No. But if it is, I'll give it its flowers for sure. Okay. When do you think they will announce Terrifier? I am going to go ahead and tell you all this. We are nobodies. We have no outsider, like insider information. Even if we did, we probably wouldn't like put it on a live stream. I will say that I think we'll get Terrifier before August. I think it'll be this month. Just based, like they need to sell tickets, and I think Terrifier is a big IP for them. Who Uniblogger? Who? I don't know. We don't know her. Oh, he's Mr. Disney King clearly wants WWE.
Yeah, I think it's fine. I don't know. I like some wrestling though. You know what I mean? It's kind of, and there's that new spooky guy. What's his name? It's Bray Wyatt's little brother.
Yeah.
Bray Wyatt was... I watched wrestling for like a year, like 5 or 6 years ago. And that dude was scary. He was fun to watch. He was like Undertaker vibes from the 90s.
Mr. Disney King has a good point. He said that Terrifier will likely be announced this week with frequent Fear Pass dropping. It always drops with a major IP. Five Nights at Freddy's will officially drop this week HHN wants the mass audience, not a select group. My theory. Oh, so Art won't be this week, but Mr. Disney King thinks that it's going to be Five Nights at Freddy's. And guys, these IPs are not set in stone. I'm going to tell you that right now. Last year, we didn't get a fifth IP. I don't think that's the case this year. I think all of our IPs were set in stone pretty early, personally.
Gonna get by. I like that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hope I get bodies. What if we walk in through a table? Like, what if that's our entrance? Is us like we have to go and walk in backwards, and it's just an open table, like broken.
Glass breaks as soon as you walk through, like Stone Cold. Oh, it's so stupid.
John Cena. I'm not gonna be able to take this house seriously. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care.
I don't know. I don't even know where I would rank. I mean, it's not even a house. I'm not even going to give it a ranking yet, but
yeah, we don't know. We don't know. We don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, so we did what? We're going to talk about this IP once. One more thing. Art the Clown. I hated the movies.
He's scary.
He's scary.
He's a scary guy.
He's scary. Like, he's going to have a great house, I think. This is also another Jason. We have words for you for our next live stream where we talk about the IPs. Once they're all dropped, we'll do another live stream and we'll only talk about the IPs.
Sounds good.
We'll make sure we're freshened up and watched all of them, refreshed on their contents. Okay, everybody, I want to know your Brie, you needed to play the sirens when you yelled at John Cena. I don't know which one I have. I can do the horn. John Cena. I want to know what everyone's hype list is. Like, what are we thinking? What are we thinking for originals? Give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go in the comments now. Is that funny? Am I funny? Terrifier is Andy's most anticipated house. He loves Art. I'm glad you like Art. I think he's scary. I don't like him. But I think he's going to have a scary house. I do.
We already got a rank. We have the same rankings right now, don't we?
We have our rankings. So our ranking is going to be
Gálkn.
I don't know. I'm going to put El Artista first. Just because I think that house, I know who's designing the set for that house. So I have high expectations for it. It's the same people who did Blood Moon and Dead Man's Pier. And if you know, you know. Okay? That's number one for
Gálkn
me.
1A and El Artista 1B.
Okay, so we're flipped. So I'm El Artista first. You're Gálkn first. I'm Gálkn second. And you're El Artista second, right? And then third is Graves of Flesh.
Yep.
Fourth is Hatchet and Chains.
Yep.
And fifth is Dolls. Let's Play Dead.
I'm going to put Dolls in 6th right now.
Dolls at 6.
Yeah. We'll leave an unknown.
We don't have a 6.
We're going to leave an unknown at 5th for now. Okay.
Are you really not excited? That's how I'm excited.
I don't know. It might be okay.
I mean, we could include the IPs, but we just don't have them all yet. So we're just not even going to go there. We could sit here and speculate all day long and then it'd be for absolutely nothing. Okay, we've got... I'm not excited about the doll. Listen, we get it. It's down there for us. We're not sure yet. I would love for it to be a sleeper house. Gálkn is my number 1 from Disney King. Number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. He's just pure Gálkn. He's here for the Gálkn.
Hell yeah.
That's it. Cassie said Gálkn, El Artista, Grave of Flesh, Hatchet and Chains, and then Dolls 5. Fair. Very fair. You are right there with Nick. That is the same exact lineup as Nick.
Yeah, like Disney King.
I've got El Artista first. I think the Ghost Story.
El Artista is going to be really good.
El Artista is going to remind me of what is it called?
Monstros?
Haunting of Hill House.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just like with a Spanish touch. And I like it.
Cheer for it.
I like it a lot.
What was that? La Musara? Is that what it is?
What are you talking about?
It's the ghost town in Spain.
Oh, I don't know.
Look that up. La Musara, I think is what it is.
We'll look it up.
We're not going to look, yeah.
Yeah, we'll look it up. We'll have some more insight for you.
There's some ghost stories that come out of there.
On the next one.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Do you have any questions for us? We could do like some last minute topics before we hop off. It's 10:20 here. I don't know where you guys are watching from, but we are EST, baby.
I gotta get up before the sun gets up.
Oh, we both are. We're going work out in the morning. We gotta get ready for Halloween Horror Nights. Yes.
Okay. All right.
I was sleepy yesterday.
Okay.
Living my truth too. This is my first year going to HHN, but I heard the scare zones haven't been the best. Do you think this year will be a lot better? I do think this year will be a lot better. So here's the thing. Last year was not great as a whole for us, but the year before that, we had Vamp 69. Great scare zone. Great scare zone. Loved that vibe. It was fun, but it was also kind of spooky. What else did we have? It was Dr. Oddfellow's year. So there was an icon. So there was a theme. And when there's a theme, things tend to make more sense. Last year we had...
What was the other one where Swamp was last year?
Last year was Swamp of the Undead.
Yeah, but what was there the year before?
It was Dr. Oddfellow's Oddities, something like that. It was the one where, like... So all the scare zones the year previously, not this last year, but the year before that, for HHN 32... all the scare zones were connected. So all the scare zones were kind of like different time periods or different things that connected to the icon of the event, which was Dr. Oddfellow. And for anyone who kind of tried to pay attention to the theming and the concept, it made sense. Every time you went into a scare zone, it made sense. And it was great. But last year, we had two icons. So it was kind of split. And just like, nothing felt cohesive. Nothing, like the storyline just didn't fit for a lot of things. I think scare zones are great. And I think this year we're going to be very happy with our scare zones just based on what I've heard. And I think we might have some other surprises coming this year. I think this is going to be a locked and loaded year for sure.
They're definitely going to do better with that this year.
Yeah, I agree. Also, congrats on going to HHN for the first time. Bring a friend. It is scary the first time you go. But if you go with like a group, it does tend to be a little bit less scary and it will like help you warm up to the idea of being there. Mr. Disney King said, I feel El Artista will lean too much in special effects over scares, beauty over fear. I hope I'm wrong. Honestly, I would be okay with that because I think we deserve a house like that after last year. But then again, Monstros had a lot of not special effects, but they had a lot of like puppetry and like big scares, like stilts and stuff like that. So I hope this house is scary, but I wouldn't mind just like a beautiful house that made me feel like I was in a ghost story. That's kind of what I'm hoping for and what I'm anticipating. I love that thought though. That's a great thought. Slice of A-Team, Gálkn, number 1, El Artista, number 2, Hatchet, number 3, Dolls 4, and Grave 5. Okay, so we just have our last two flipped, but we're on the same track. Lagoon Show. I personally think it would be such a miss if Universal did not give us a Lagoon Show. It's a people eater. It's like a crowd consumer. We have the things that we need now. The Lagoon is up and running. That show has been running for so long. Do I think we need to have the drones? I would love the drones, but I don't think the drones are scary. Like it could be a lot of fun, but Lagoon Show, I'm in favor of. Approved. Do it.
Wait, are drones back? I thought they said
the drones are back.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they just started doing drones again
for a while.
They could not. There was an issue.
Yep.
A whoopsie. This year's Scare Zone lineup will devour last year's. Mr. Disney King, I really hope you're right. I would love that. There's one that I heard that I'm like, and it's in a really big spot. I'm going to tell you about it after the live. I'm not telling you guys. You can go find it yourself.
Now, Swamp was kind of cool last year.
Swamp was really a great Scare Zone. It was really dark. Yeah.
And he was just saying the little mini show at Torture Fair, that was pretty good. And if they like work off that in future Scare Zones, fine with that.
Yeah. Wait, who said the mini show? Oh, Fred.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I kind of loved Torture Fair last year, to be honest. A lot of people talking about Torture Fair. So let's talk about Torture Fair. Torture Fair was the only Scare Zone that made sense outside of Swamp, like with the two icons, right? Surreal. It was hard. It was a hard thing to deliver.
Can we get her laugh real quick?
No, you can.
Mm-mm.
I'm not doing that. It's very hard to portray like getting inside of like someone's mental psyche. Like that's hard. And I feel like they did a decent job at it, but it just wasn't scary for me. There's a lot of scare actors in there too.
Are me and I have a beard? Are we the like
I
best
keep
friends?
telling you guys would be.
The man just said exactly what I've been saying for 2 years.
What?
About Nightmare Fuel.
Okay, wait, we'll get there. Okay, let's finish our conversation about Fair Zone, the Torture Fair. The mini show at Torture Fair elevated that scare zone, and I wish they had something similar. What do you mean? Similar where? They had something like that in the Surreals, the Demon Queens. Guys, Demon Queens. It just sounds like a Bratz doll.
Yeah.
I didn't love it. That's all. I think the mini show did help elevate that scare zone. The scare zones weren't that bad this last year. Let me just tell you this. I think it was. I'm thinking more of like the cohesiveness of the event. It just didn't do it for me. Okay, let's go to torture. Let's go to Nightmare Fuel. How do we feel about Nightmare Fuel? Let's talk about it. Go ahead, tell us, chat. How do you feel about it? We'll give you our concept. We'll give you our thing. Nightmare Fuel for me, as someone who used to be like a competitive cheerleader, I know it's whatever. It just the practice and the effort that I know goes into this event, because I could never do like more than half the things that they do. I appreciate it very much. The dancing for me, I appreciate less. I think sometimes the dancing is just like very like bring it on, like hip hop dance battle. I think also, I'm going to tread lightly here. I think also if you're going to Halloween Horror Nights for Nightmare Fuel, there are clubs for that. That's all I'm going to say. And I'm not judging you. Like, if that's what you're into, that's what you're into. And I'm glad it's at the event for you. I think the Fuel Girls are what make that show. And the Benji, the Scream Queen. I don't know what her name is, but the girl, the tiny woman that does the things that she does with her body, like they make the show.
Yeah. I'm just going to start with saying, like, I'm very impressed with their athletic ability.
Agree.
Like, that stuff is really impressive.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to Halloween Horror Nights to sit on some uncomfortable chairs on a little
shoulder to shoulder
on a pyrotechnic show while people are singing some like music from like 2000 and just people being way too hyped up on like, yeah, that stuff was cool. And I'm just seeing people like, yeah.
Okay.
Like, dude, you need to chill in here. Let's go. Let's get out of here. It's just, but again, it's fine. It's not my vibe. And I'm sure people love it and I'm here for it. Mm-hmm. And yes, I think they are changing the identity. And I'll give it another try with a different identity, but
they do that every year though. They kind of like change the
I hope they change it a lot.
I didn't like the circus.
No.
I don't
even like the sleeping
eyes, like
the one that was a dream last year was what it was.
The year before, yeah.
Like I'll go like every year. We'll go see it once and then I'm done. I don't want to do it again. I've seen it. I'm done. And like everybody's like, oh, let's go Nightmare Fuel at 9:00 or whatever it is.
Yeah, I'm like, a one and done. Like, one and done. No. I probably will do it opening night just because I want to see it, or premium scream or opening night. I don't know which one I'm going to do, but I would rather be in a haunted house. That's all. That's it. Yeah. And I think I'm glad that Nightmare Fuel has its own fan base because they can go watch Nightmare Fuel and I can go get in line for a house.
They're like really strong and very athletic to do all that stuff.
I agree.
It's just like, that's not what I'm going to Halloween Horror Nights for.
Yeah.
That's all.
Nightmare Fuel has become a juggernaut. Replacing it will be difficult. I agree. And it's a people eater. So I don't care. Keep it there as long as you want. Those shows are always packed. Shoulder to shoulder. That stadium, I don't know how it's still standing.
You finally get to sit down for a minute. And it just hurts to sit down there.
Mr. Disney King. So El Artista could literally be a walkthrough of an emotional feature horror film. Yeah. And I'd be okay with that. I'd love it. I just want to feel like I'm in a scary movie without like the special effects. I hope are really good. Like the Peppers effects. I love that. I think it's going to be great. And I know there's going to be other things that are going to blow our socks off. So I think this one's going to be impressive. I think the budget's high. Oh, Dylan's here. Dylan Thomas lurked the past hour. The real question is Fallout food booth going in Sting Alley. Yeah, duh. Where else? I mean, duh. Where is it speculated to be? Where's the house speculated to be? Oh, it's speculated to be in a tent. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like Fallout would have been really good in Fast and Furious because they have like that like industrial like vibe. Interesting. I don't know if it'll be there then. It might be where they did like the Cary drive-in food booth this year. If that's where the house is. Maybe. Maybe not. Nightmare Fuel is seeking its new identity. It will be back obviously because of the fan base, but the original Bill and Ted fan base is ready for its return. We have never experienced Bill and Ted, but I think I speak for a lot of people who are new to the fandom of HHN that we would love to see Bill and Ted at least once.
Bill and Ted's Awesome Adventure?
I don't know.
With Keanu Reeves? Talking about the movie?
I think it's them. I don't know. I literally don't know. I'm sorry.
If that's the case, we are familiar with that.
No, they did a show each year. I don't know.
Oh yeah, what was it in Hollywood? Somebody was talking about that because that one.
Just knowing what we lost, Bill and Ted makes me wish for something more fun and less sexy. I get that. Like the clubby, sex, like it's like okay, cool, got it. Like okay, it's fun, and I love that. Those girls are hot. Like the dudes, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about. I think they're very. I can feel you staring at me.
Well, no, I'm just waiting for you. The dudes are like jacked. They're all in very good shape.
They're very athletic, they're but fine, I don't find it. I don't find that's not attractive to me personally. I think for the girls, like, sure, I think that's great. You're an amazing bod, friend, amazing bod, and you do things that I probably still can't do. So good for you. But that's not why I'm at Halloween Horror Nights, and that's it. That's my only take. A dream thing was a 3-year story circus. Okay, so we got the last year. We saw the last year of the dream thing for Nightmare Fuel. Yeah, I agree with you all. I'm just trying to rush to get to houses and food done since I'm not local. Yeah, it's not like we get to be there every night. I'm glad Nightmare Fuel is there for people to go and watch though, because it makes the lines less long. Fred said, hey, it could be worse. It could have been that weird Jabberwockies show that they had in Hollywood. Oh my God, I remember the Jabberwockies.
You showed me that, and I was trying to...
I remember that. Like, whenever it was trending, whenever I was in, like, middle school, the Jabberwockies were a thing. They had, like, this American dance show. Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it could be worse, right?
All right, guys. We're an hour and 33 minutes in. I'm tired. I think I want to go to bed.
I see you up in not that many hours.
I appreciate every one of you that came to our live stream. Last week was an absolute train wreck, and you still came back. So yeah. Thank you. Some of you came back.
This was fun, and it didn't feel like that was an hour and a half.
It did not. It was very fun. Thank you all for coming. Yeah. If you guys need anything, you can just shoot us a message if you have any actual other questions for us, but oh, sorry, Fred. We've been live since 9. We're not sure if we're gonna do this every Sunday night. It definitely won't be next Sunday night. We won't be in town.
We'll be on vacation, but
we'll probably try and do one when all of the IPs are announced. I think we'll do another Halloween Horror Nights one. And then maybe we'll have like a little lull and we'll try and do one right before we go to opening night. We want to chat. You know what I mean? We just want to see where everybody's at. So it was fun. Thanks, Austin. Great live. So great chatting with you. Oh, you guys are sweet. Thank you. Okay, guys. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Okay, bye. End stream. Okay, bye.